Hi everyone! What an honor once again. I'm so excited that you are here and you're waiting for this particular episode of Poetic Insights with Destiny. If you are new to this podcast, I am Destiny, the Midnight Owl, and I bring you real life stories, real life issues in our societies with real people with a touch of poetry. And as you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, share what you like on any of our videos with the rest of the world as we grow this journey of poetic insights. In this particular episode, I am so excited and honored to have a special friend. She's, I like referring her to Jackie Hill Perry of Uganda. And when she goes to the stage, I have to put everything else at bay. Basically, pay attention to her. And she is a land surveyor. She is a career woman. She is a Christian faith-based lady. She's principled. I would say very many things, but let me not exhaust the soup for you. So join me in welcoming Vivian Holmes. I like calling her that. Vivian, you're most welcome.
Thank you so much, Destiny. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what happens.
So when I told you that you're coming to Poetic Insights with Destiny, how did you feel?
First of all, I felt like a star. I was like,
you're a superstar, girl.
Yeah. I'm like, to what do I owe this pleasure to be hosted by the Midnight Owl? I mean, you're such a sensational person in the poetry industry of Uganda.
In this small space of Kampala.
It's huge. I mean, it seems like a small space, but it is ever growing. And I think you've made serious contributions to it. So for me to be here is truly an honor.
The pleasure is mine. You know, when I was reaching out, and I'm like, I know Vivian is busy. She's working. She's in the field. On Sunday, she's doing this. I'm like, let me try my luck. But it's really amazing. So, Vivian, who are you? If somebody asks you, I've heard of Vivian Holmes, but who is she? More, introduce yourself.
Well, obviously, I'm a lot of things. My name is Vivian Nabulumba. I was raised and born in Jinja. That's my home. I love it so much.
Mazida. That's the only word I know, I think.
It's okay. We shall teach you one. Yeah. So, I was born in Jinja, raised there, went to school there, came in Kampala a little bit later on. I'm a poet. I am a voiceover artist. I'm a spoken word artist. I currently serve at my local church. And I'm also a surveyor. I love geospatial data, anything. I like telling stories with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell stories with geospatial data.
Yeah, that would be a story for another day. But you can't tell stories with geospatial data, yeah.
Okay. I think I was almost going to shift to now what do those people do, geospatial data specialists? What do they do?
You look at location data, you examine it against demographics to derive insights for decision making. We do that in GIS, Geographic Information Systems, and a bunch of other cool stuff.
Do you also use drones to capture land data and all that?
Personally, I have not done that, but
it is also involved in those things.
Yeah, that's remote sensing.
My God, it sounds cool. And to have somebody of that caliber into poetry, I am bound to ask, what inspired your poetry journey? Because I'm imagining, was it at campus that you started this, or before that, or is it after you graduated into this special field of surveying and your special stuff, all this? Yeah,
so I started at campus. I was serving under Life Ministry Uganda as a student leader, and I was a dancer. Yeah, a lot of people don't know I was. Yeah, so I was a dancer.
Welcome to. I was born today to know that you're a dancer.
I mean, you may discover a lot of things. I haven't really had the chance to tell my story many times, so a lot of people don't know a lot of things about me. So I was a dancer with Hallelujah dancers at campus, and then in my second year, there's a guy who likes writing stuff. So he used to write scripts for the school plays we used to do at Kakumba Chapel. So he called me to do one piece that it was actually someone's work.
Yes.
It was by Ezekiel, I think, Anzuo, if you know him, P4CM, Passion for Christ Movement. And that was the first poem I did. Everyone was like, okay, so you can do this. Then the next time I did a poem by Genetics, also still from P4CM. And before that, I was writing poems for the script, for the plays we were putting up at Chambongo, hosting poetry events, Christian poetry events for the students there. And then I later, of course, took a break with COVID.
Yeah.
I even ventured into music.
Like singing.
Yeah.
I think I've listened to some cool music of yours.
Yeah.
It was a collaboration with somebody, something?
Yeah, with Godlit Music. So
Yes.
I ventured into that because the guys were serving with at that time were also, they're also interested in music. So yeah, I did that. And then after COVID, 2021, I think, that's when I met Jordan Megolonyo at New Life Church. And I think he saw something in me that a lot of people did not. And that's how I was launched into the poetry space.
So I could say you are a preteen in the poetry space.
Yeah.
Not a baby, but teen.
Yeah.
And teenagers can be troublesome, right?
I'm morphing.
Teenagers are adventurous. They like discovering. And I know in your adventure, in your teenage poetry adventure, you've had things that you feel like, oh, I've done this, I have done that. Okay, these are spaces I have been in. Could you share with us some of those exciting things that you think of and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I am here. You know how girls, for us, we can dramatize stuff.
Yeah, so konsuneko. Yeah, so I think one of the really most interesting stages I've been on is the recent one, the Levite.
Yes.
The Levite. It's actually a story of the Bible told through dance.
Yes.
And so for me to even have the opportunity to be there as an artist, as a voiceover artist, as a spoken word artist, it was such a big deal for me. But these are the people we went to school with. Like we used to dance together. They were in another dance group. I was in another dance group, but they saw the work I was doing with poetry and they were interested in working with me. And for me, that has been one of the biggest and the most amazing opportunities I've had. Of course, not leaving the humble beginnings.
Yes.
The first time I actually met you was for the animal protection.
Oh, yes. 2 years ago, I think, when I used to coordinate some of the poetry activists events for World Animal Protection, the organization and all that.
Yeah, so I don't take that stage for granted either. It's one of those stages that opened up my mind into advocacy.
Okay.
I was interested in, I always feel bad for the animals, you know. And in fact, my final year research was about protection of elephants and poaching and all of that.
Oh,
so
was that birthed from that?
I know. I had just
I
finished my research and then that happened.
So it was easier for you to just blend in.
Yeah, to connect it. So I have definitely enjoyed being on that stage. I've done Ginger Poetry Festival, which I feel was a call for me to share about my home.
Yeah. And we have it coming back this year.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to
September.
that. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Another stage that I've had the opportunity to be on is Church Laughs. It's
comedy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's comedy, but then poets are also there. Okay. So for me, I feel like even the opportunity to collaborate with different artists is one of the greatest opportunities I've had in my lifetime as an artist. Yeah.
You have talked of collaboration, and I see you have done a lot of collaboration. Do you still dance?
In my bedroom, yeah.
I like how you've said that with your voice. Like how I like saying that I can dance, but don't look at my moves because I will dance off beat as long as I am happy. That is the goal.
Yeah.
You've talked of collaborations, and for somebody who is out there, who is a poet, upcoming or a creative, and is like, but how do you get these big collaborations, you know? Or how do you maintain them? Because somebody can get, but maintaining. To be called back and back is something else. How do you get and maintain? What advice can you give us?
Well, first of all, the collaborations are not far from you. They are with the people that are next to you. Okay. They're with Gladys. They're with a Mark or a John, someone in your space.
By the Gladys is me. For those
or
that
Destiny.
don't know.
Most of you know as Destiny.
Yeah.
So they are with people who are around us.
Yes.
Like, you don't know what the person you're sitting next to will become. And I didn't know what Josh Jasper will become. And that's
Yes.
how we ended up collaborating with him on the Levi Dance production. So start with the people who are next to you. Be interested in their work. When they put up a show, are you showing up, or are you just like, man, we send you our hearts and loves, we love you from here, and
From a distance.
from a distance. So show up for the people and have conversations with them. It's very important for us to have conversations with people. Find out what they're doing. How can I get involved? What support can I give you? Because when you give them support, then they will give you support back. And the thing about maintaining those collaborations really is it's about showing up for them. Like, when someone calls you for a show, why are you showing up 1 hour later? You know, I respect every single stage I've been on. People tell me, you are not organizing this event. Why are you showing up 2 hours early?
I think I've seen that at the World Poetry Day event, which I hosted at Alliance Francaise.
Yeah.
And you're among those that came early. And then I gave you a role. I gave you work.
Yeah. So I chip in if someone needs chairs arranged, maybe things are not yet in the place they need to be. I help them get the space organized, and then you become part of that thing.
Okay.
Not just someone who's showing up to fix yourself there. You are part of that thing. Yeah. So, and the other thing is, obviously, man, like, be excellent at what you do.
True.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm 100% excellent, but give a certain degree of respect to that work. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you talk of excellence, I've had the honor of not only just the animal protection events, but also you were there at the World Poetry Day, in the open mic session, during one of the events. I think that wedding themed poetry events we had under Eco Mines.
Wedding bells.
Yeah. Yes, in the jungle. You were also there. And also when the clan organized specific events, you have one thing that I've loved about is the consistency to show up for your art, to show up for the people you treasure, that is us, and show up excellently. So when you talk of excellence, I am quite humbled by that. And then the other thing that drives me is most of these circles of your key people are church related. How has your faith either interfered or spurred your journey of creativity? Do they merge, or when you are a poet, you are here and you first put your Christian basics the other side?
Okay. That's a very interesting question. I don't even think anyone has ever taken the time to ask me that. So obviously I started out as a church poet.
Yes.
I started out by doing Christian poetry, which I still do. I don't think there should be a divide in any form of work you're doing between calling it church poetry and then calling it the other poetry. Yeah, it is all the same, because if Jesus is Lord of the church, then he's definitely Lord of poetry.
Yes.
So it has obviously inspired most of my work, the Bible. I take time to read the Bible, find those things that I can tell people to without being too impulsive,
Yes.
but also still telling them that truth strongly. Yeah, so I've definitely done straight up Bible-based poetry, but also done poetry that integrates the word of God with different issues that are going on in society. I mean, God is already concerned about those things. Like when you read about Jeremiah, where he's calling the priests to get out of their comfort zone and actually go to the streets and take care of the widows and the orphans. So these are still things that God is concerned about. So when I write them, I'm not writing from a perspective of the world. I'm still writing from what God has given me as an artist. Like, how can I contribute to that? Yeah.
And I am really impressed because all these things merge together. This whole world of faith, poetry, they're all merged. It is part of you. Often when they ask me, okay, what do you do? I say I live life. But I live life as a poet, communication specialist, as a social entrepreneur, as a founder, as a daughter, as a mother-to-be, as a wife-to-be. I live life. That is the first thing, but in different phases of life. in different capacities.
I mean, amazing.
And I like that you take that seriously.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, I am really happy where this conversation is taking us. I want us to take a short poetic break, because what is poetic insights without a spice of poetry? Enjoy, stay tuned.
Yeah, so this poem is called Daddy Issues. The first time I wrote it, I didn't even get a chance to perform for the stage I had written it for. And later on, I did get the chance to do it. The poem was, weirdly enough, it won the open mic September slam. It was the final poem I did for that slam, and it took the prize home.
Yay.
Yeah, so this is Daddy Issues. Yes, I admit I have daddy issues. But before you dismiss me like tissues, allow me to spell out for you what that truly means to me, like A, B, C, D. Did you know I spent sleepless nights wondering, pondering the reason for your inconsistent presence? Oh, I grew so accustomed to your absence, but I couldn't help the turmoil of wondering whether you'll be home sober this time. A father whose involvement never stretched beyond procreation. That's the man I watched you cave into. You were two sides of the same coin, heads or tails, you could easily flip it like a switch. Today you're Mr. Jackal and the next Mr. Hyde. My father on this side and a monster on the other. D. Daddy, you stole my childhood. Like the Grinch who stole Christmas. You were supposed to be Superman. Like all the other dads, you could have been Batman, I don't care, Robin. Showed up for all my recitals and birthdays. I am saying, you chose the Joker, the bottle, over us. D. Do you ever think about me, about us? Another worm in my head, the pain of never having a healthy relationship with you eats at me every single day. When I watch little girls playing with their fathers. Why? You will always be my father. Tata wange omuwati. Doesn't matter whether I'm older, Simba wakati, daddy, I am still your little girl. I have learned to love you, flaws and all. I just want you to call for once, pick up the phone and call, make an effort. Daddy, I want you to walk me down the aisle one day. Yes, sure. Sour memories still hang in the air, but mother has always been here to pick up all the pieces that you left on the floor. The only piece she cannot find space to fix is you. Yes. Society is cruel, treats us like trash, writes us off as daddy issues. But you, universally, you are not the only absent father. E. Evidence is in all men are the same stereotypes, which translates daddy wasn't any different. S. You say I have searched, but salvation is the only remedy. Papa God, the ultimate father, even to little girls with absent fathers. That's the poem.
Wow, my heart. My heart, my heart, my heart. Welcome back from that poetic break, because we are taking this conversation deeper. I promised you we're having real conversations that affect society. And I know, to the fathers out there, I don't know whatever made you absent from your children, or it could be money issues, it could be, I don't want to even put whatever it is, but know that children need you, families need our fathers. We are not, yes, we know there's a lot of women-headed families we appreciate, but we cannot dismiss the role of fathers in the lives of their children and their families. So if you're a father out there taking a stand for your family, we celebrate you. But if you're one who needs to pull up their socks, find a way of doing so. What inspired that poem?
I mean, the last time I talked about this, I ended up crying.
Okay.
Yeah, at some event which was organized by Mark Gordon. So the poem, first of all, they asked me to write a poem about the fathers. I think New Life Church was having something about the father. Now, I didn't even, they wanted something about God, like talk about God as a father and all of that. And I misfired.
In a beautiful way.
I'm like, I'm going to pour all my trauma into this one. Yeah. So I read the poem. It took me like, I struggled. It's one of those poems where I really struggled because first of all, I was at school, you know, trying, and I didn't want to write about this topic. It's very it's very
It's deep.
It's deep.
Not only to you,
Yeah.
but to the fabric and core of society.
Yeah.
That is the thing that I'm like, poetry touches to those wounds that people want to cover, yet they're unhealed.
Yeah.
And fatherlessness is one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was obviously writing from my experience of having a dad who didn't really show up for most of the things that were going on in my life. But also understanding my relationship with God. Like,
yes.
I always tell people, like, yes, I have met Jesus Christ the Savior, I have met Holy Spirit, but the first person I met is God the Father. Because when my dad was not there, he's the person who showed up for me. He's the person I related with the first, even before I became born again. Yeah, so that's the entirety of the inspiration behind
You
the
know,
poem.
I can easily relate a little bit because my earlier childhood years to quite a certain age, pre-teen or teen there, I had not met my biological father. And I always longed to see this person. I've heard stories about him, but I never met him. And I remember meeting him physically and then eventually transferring ownership to stay with him and start that new journey was a game changer for me. So when people talk about the role of fathers, he's the one who introduced me more to faith, my faith of Christianity, as much as my grandparents laid that foundation. My grandmother is a catechist up to now. And but with my father, I have grown in the faith more because of the Christian values, and also with my mom and all that, seeing them input that. But to know that he's coming into my life, up to now, I remember the first time I saw him. Up to now, I was at school. I think he was also excited to see me. He couldn't wait for me to come back home. So he rode on a motorbike and came to school. So it is something that I believe in another time we will talk about with different people about the role of fathers in our society, the role of the male figure in modeling our communities. Other than the negative things we rant about, I believe there are also positive elements, positive flowers, beauty that they bring, and they hold our societies in a certain way, our families.
Yeah.
And just to divert away from that, you are a land surveyor.
Yeah.
You work in an office.
Yes.
Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, that kind of work.
Yeah.
And there are some people who are like, but how do you manage being full-time employed vis-a-vis having time to write, having time to recite, having time to do this talent thing of yours? How are you managing that?
Okay. I think a lot of poets I've met are actually quite busy.
They are busy.
So I'm not any different from them.
Yes.
There was a time, in fact, I was at campus. I had school. I had to bake. I had to...
You bake?
Yeah.
You girl, you're too many things. You're too much.
I was doing all these things.
Do you still bake? Because we may want cake the next time we're having an episode.
No, I took a break. That was a phase in my life. Now I only bake for my family.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do I manage all of this? I mean, I love poetry. And I do dedicate, like in my week, I have this one day I've dedicated to reading and writing poetry.
One whole day?
Not like a full day.
Okay.
Like I'm at work.
I thought 24 hours, meditate, do whatever, but poetry related.
I even leave like very early at work on that day. I leave very early just to go back home, make sure I'm reading a book or writing something. That's how I managed to still stay within the poetry
relevant
space.
And stay there, hold your position there.
Yeah, but also for church, like being part of this community is what helps me thrive as a human being.
Yes.
So away from it, I exist not. Like I like money, I like making money and all of those things. But when you neglect growing in the word, praying together, being part of a community. You're headed somewhere very dangerous.
Community is important.
Yeah. So I prioritize all those things. Somehow the Lord has given me the ability to do so. Yeah.
And I know I like the part of community. Of course, your Christian community is the core for you. And I know there are some other people who are like, I'm not Christian. Those things Vivian and Destiny are talking about, But what we are saying is that have a community, regardless of whether it is faith-based, Christian, Muslim, or it is cultural, or it is just friends from different backgrounds. Essence is have a community with who hold you accountable, but with whom you're able to share life. Don't be all isolated there, thinking that you and your art and your talent can thrive alone and grow alone. Community is very important in this journey of poetry. So, are there something that you're looking forward to in the next 5 years of your life, maybe poetry wise, and so that we can be like, oh, okay.
So it happened.
So it happened.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm looking forward to publishing as many books as the Lord shall allow me to.
Yes.
I am looking forward to like this continuous collaboration with different arts. I am so interested in the arts, like whether it is visual artists, whether it is musicians, whether it is, I don't know, but as many as the Lord shall allow me to collaborate with, I am looking forward to that. I am obviously looking forward to mentoring and inspiring more young artists. There's this thing I was talking about with my friends, whether we can go back to Chambogo. Like, that's not even existing anymore. Kids there are not doing poetry. Kids there are not dancing. They're not doing anything anymore. And like,
what is happening?
These are the people who are coming back into our society. They're going to contribute to the industry in the future. So I'm looking forward to mentoring more young people and also continuously growing, being on different stages around the world. As more as the Lord shall enable me to, I shall do.
Wow. I love the fact that mentoring is part of your core things. And as we are wrapping up this episode with you, I feel honored, really. And I want you to talk to a young girl. I'm specific. A young girl out there who has been told you cannot be a certain career. Maybe you cannot be an engineer, you cannot be a land surveyor, you cannot work in a big organization, you cannot be a creative. As you wrap up your goodbyes for today until we bring you back another time, just speak to that young girl out there, encourage them.
Well, sometimes it feels like you do not know where you're headed next, and that's okay. You don't have to always figure out everything as you go along. One of the poems I wrote was called 23 and Becoming. I was talking to a young campuser who was trying to get a job, get married, lose weight.
At 23.
At 23, like getting everything done in the nick of time. Take one day at a time. And also, most importantly, keep learning. Ask questions where you need help. And don't be an island. Find a community of people that believe in the things that you do, that will help you grow. And take correction. Don't allow that correction to again, like Paul told Timothy, do not despise your youth. So this is the time you have to grow. This is the time you have to contribute something to society, and use that time unlike any other.
Wow.
And I mean, you can be anything you want to be as long as you show up for it.
Show up by working hard, show up by getting mentorship, show up by having a community, show up by being excellent in all those things. Thank you so much, Vivian. It has been amazing having you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Next time we'll have you again. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for us at Poetic Insights with Destiny. It has been amazing. What did you learn from Vivian? What are the questions that you want to know more about her? What are the key things that you feel resonated with you? Let us engage in the comment section. Don't forget to continue growing together with us by liking, subscribing, hit the notification button, and share with the rest of the world. See you next time. I remain Destiny Gladys Chaiga, the Midnight Owl.